Darien City Council, please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the roll.
Legansky.
Here.
Shower.
Here.
Stompanato.
Here.
Sullivan.
Here.
Kenny. Gustafson.
Here.
Belzak.
Here.
6 present and 1 absent.
We have a quorum. Before I go on to item 5, the council members as well as city staff and the mayor have received a number of emails from citizens with regard to the performance that is going to take place at Q Bar in March. Specific concern is with regard to this individual's political views. I've personally received probably about 20-something emails. I know everybody on the council has received a fair number. So I have a statement that I'd like to read. This is the city's stand on this issue. I've received numerous emails regarding the scheduled performance by Michael Graves at the Q Bar restaurant. Much concern has been expressed regarding his political views and past affiliations that many take a strong stand against. While I am sympathetic to the concerns expressed by each individual, my office can do little more than express our concern to the venue's owner. City staff contacted Mr. Taft and relayed the concern expressed by a number of individuals regarding Mr. Graves' scheduled performance, and he indicated that all booking of groups is done by a separate individual. The City of Darien does not condone or promote such extreme views as expressed by Mr. Graves. Any attempt by the City of Darien to halt this event borders on censorship and an abridgment of Q Bar's right to have Mr. Graves perform at their venue. The city recognizes the First Amendment rights of Mr. Graves to perform as much as we disagree with his political views. We live in a country where many support views that are contrary to our own, but the strength of our country must always be that we accept the right to express, for them to express those views. And I'd like to read a partial statement from Mr. Taft. He states, I'd like to point out that I don't personally book the bands and entertainment that we host at Q Bar or other locations. Even if I did, I wouldn't vet every single musician that plays by us to make sure they didn't make any comments in their past that don't align with the thoughts and feelings of everyone in the community. Between all locations, we generally have 4 to 6 different bands playing for us every week. It would be impossible to host any sort of entertainment with those restrictions. He says, I believe in freedom of speech, and although I may not agree with everything a person says, I still believe in their right to say it. In this scenario, we have we have to separate the art from the artist. A musician is going to go on stage that night with a guitar and playing an acoustic set. That is all. There's no politics, there's no hate, and there's just music. Besides these simple facts, we already have a contract in place, so we have no plans to cancel Mr. Graves' set. He said, my best advice to anyone who's upset about this was simply not to attend. And that's in response to the emails that we received today. And again, everyone on this council, including myself, have received numerous emails regarding people who are looking for the city to not allow this person to play. And that is an abridgment, would be an abridgment of his rights as well as Mr. Taft's right to hold that gentleman. So that's all I'm going to say on that issue. And now we will open it up to questions and comments and announcements of a general nature. There being none, we'll move on to approval of minutes. I'm looking for a motion to approve the City Council minutes of February 3rd, 2025. Moved by Alderman Legansky, seconded by Alderman Shower. Any questions or comments? If none, the roll.
Legansky.
Aye.
Shower.
Aye.
Stompanato.
Aye.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Belzak.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Abstain.
And we have 1 absent. Okay, I have 5 agree, 1 abstention, and 1 absent.
The minutes have been approved. Receiving communications to any of the aldermen have any other communications beside the one I just referenced? If none, we move on to the fun part of our meeting tonight, and that is a consideration of a motion to approve a resolution recognizing John Galan as the 2025 Citizen of the Year in the city of Darien. And I have the privilege of reading that resolution. So please bear with me. Whereas John and his wife Helen have been residents of Darien for 40 plus years and active in Darien for the same amount of time, their children Robert M. and Antonia Claire were reared in Darien. John and Helen frequent many Darien activities and festivities with their grandchildren. John and Helen are parishioners of Our Lady of Peace Church in Darien. And whereas John is a proud veteran of the United States Air Force, and he served as Ward 2 Alderman in the city of Darien from 2007 to 2011. And whereas John is most active with the Darien Lions Club, he has been a member for 30 years. He has served as president, first, second, and third vice president, tail twister, director, committee liaison, and past president. John has had perfect attendance at the Lions Club meetings for 22 years. He has chaired numerous committees: Big Raffle, Darien Fest, Beer Tent, Pancake Breakfast, Brick Patio Program, Meetings and Meals Committee, Foundation Advisory Committee, Nominations Committee, Walk for Sight Program, 4th of July Parade, Community Halloween Party, and the Food Basket Program. This past December, the Food Basket Program distributed 243 baskets of food to deserving families, along with 1,600 children's age-appropriate toys and gifts. John is also a liaison to Lions Clubs in Westmont, Willowbrook, Woodridge, Hinsdale, and Downers Grove in an effort to ensure the needs of all families are identified. He coordinates with the Darien Park District for use of facility space for setup and distribution. When funds ran low or funded programs depleted, John found monetary ways and replacements to keep this valued program running. As a proud veteran, John recently became route captain for the Foundation's flag program. He has also headed up the hot dog grilling team for the city concerts, Darien Youth Club 5K run, walk run, and kids run, and the City and Historical Society's tree lighting event. To establish the Brick Patio Program, John worked with the Darien Park District to find a locale, which is now located at the Darien Community Park and involves advertising and working with other community clubs and organizations for their involvement and his success. And whereas the programs that John has chaired or been a committee member have financially brought thousands of dollars into our community and to those less fortunate served by the church, community groups, and schools. And whereas John has been recognized by the Darien Lions Club with historic landmark awards. In 2009 was named Lion of the Year. In 2017 presented the Lifetime Achievement and Melvin Jones Fellows. And in 2018 the Lions District 1J George Lazansky Award. He also was presented with the Lions of Illinois Foundation Award. His service to the club is an outgrowth of his dedication to the Darien community and his belief that one needs to show appreciation for his or her community through service. And whereas John's list of community involvement spans church, civic, and athletic groups, his role has often been that of a leader in each group where he's been involved. And whereas through all these accolades, John is best identified as the person who is always working in the background in order to get the job done. And whereas a quote from one of the nominators noted that he was a bonus citizen and a go-to kind of guy. And whereas the 2025 Citizen of the Year Committee describes John as Darien's Johnny on the spot. And whereas as much as John enjoys everything he does, one of his favorite activities includes riding his Harley-Davidson motorcycle in the countryside of surrounding states. He and his motorcycles can always be seen in every Darien parade in those surrounding communities. And whereas John is an avid golfer, loves brewing beer, going fishing, and cooking delicious meals, as quoted by Bob Marley, "Love the life you live the life you love." And whereas John Galan's tireless commitment efforts and positive influence makes him an exemplary choice for this prestigious recognition. And whereas John is and will continue to be one of the many shining stars in Darien, making Darien a nice place to live. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Darien, DuPage County, Illinois, that John M. Gallant be hereby designated the 2025 Citizen of the Year for the City of Darien in recognition of his many years of dedicated service to the City of Darien and its residents. Do I have a motion to approve? Alderman Shower, seconded by Alderwoman Sullivan. And the roll.
Shower,
Aye.
Sullivan,
Aye.
Stompanato,
Aye.
Belzak,
Aye.
Kenny,
Aye.
Gustafson,
Aye.
Legansky,
Aye.
Marquez,
Aye.
Ragona, aye. Corin,
Aye.
Murphy,
Aye.
Vanna,
Aye.
12, it's unanimous. Yes, but then you get it back. Or that Bonnie will get it back. I'm trying, I can't get out of the way.
Oh, wrong kind of picture. Sorry, I got my hopes up.
This is the resolution, John.
This is your flag. Wow. This one I have to give you back?
Yeah, you gotta give me both these back.
Wonderful.
Thank
You
you.
wanna say a few words? We'd like you to say a few.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
Microphone, probably
Oh,
not.
it's all built in now.
Oh, wow.
Where the green light is.
Holy cow. Well, first of all, let me say this. I have had the opportunity to sit in those chairs many times over the years as somebody that I knew stood here to receive that award and that honor. And one of the words that everyone seemed to use was the word humble. And standing here, that's really the only word that I can come up with, feeling humble. And I will tell you, as I look at my daughter and my wife, the word humble is not thrown around in the Gallant family too often, so just so you know. I'd like to thank the people that nominated me, and certainly the nominating committee. Very quick story, I'll tell you in a second here, but it would seem to me that apparently when they pulled my name, I'd like to find out exactly what you were drinking, because I want some of that. The night they called me, she got me on the phone, told me what was going on, and I was stunned. And I was listening, and I'm thinking, well, I know this person, certainly sounds like this person. She's saying all the right things. This has to be a joke. Silence. And in the background, and I think it was Tracy that yelled to her, Bonnie, get him to say yes. And Bonnie says, John? I said, yes, Bonnie. So I was just stunned and humbled. I want to thank everyone that participated in this. My daughter and my grandkids that came here tonight to see the old man up here talking, and certainly my wife for putting up with me all these years. The city council has been doing this for as long as I can remember. There's a whole bunch of pictures out in that hallway that I am now going to join. And I appreciate the fact that this city council, as has past city councils, have kept this tradition going. This is, I think, one of the many things that makes Darien unique in the way that it recognizes its citizens for the things that they do, not just with this honor, but other things that this city council does to recognize the citizens in the community and for what they participate in and offer this community to make it a nice place to live. So for that, I thank all of you for this honor, and I look forward to having a good time with you at the party that Bonnie's setting up for us. So thank you, everyone.
John mentioned that we recognize we recognize people at all levels. And a couple years ago, I mentioned to Bonnie that I'd like to see us honor the people from other organizations. John is our Citizen of the Year, but we have a number of organizations in the city of Darien, and they each have people that they nominate for their Lion of the Year, Woman of the Year, and we now honor those people at this awards banquet. So I'd like to mention those names. For the Darien Youth Club, it's Mr. Brian Arquilla. For the Darien Business Alliance, it's Mr. John Bruner. For the Darien Lions Club, it's Bill Christensen. For the Rotary Club of Darien, it's Mr. Randy May. For the Darien Garden Club, and you have to excuse me, it's Yvonne Milnarsek. I think that's a good attempt. You got a name like Marquez, this is even harder. And the Women's Club is Jean Swawa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but that's my attempt. But all these people will also be honored the night of the Citizen of the Year banquet. So John, congratulations. I'm extremely happy for you. Haven't been a Lions Club member with you. When I read that list of things that you've done, there are not many guys in the Lions Club who've done what you've done. You well-deserved award. All right. Now we go to the city clerk's report. Joanne?
No report this evening, Mayor.
City administrator's report.
No report, Mayor, thank you.
Department head information and questions. During our work session, we asked if there were any questions of our chief or Mr. Gombeck, and there didn't appear to be any, so we'll move on. Treasurer's report, we have the warrant. Michael?
Thank you, Mayor. This evening, I'm requesting council's approval of warrant number 242520 in the amount of $687,534.54 from the listed funds. Payroll for the period ended February 6th in the amount of $335,633.23. Total to be approved $1,023,167.77.
Motion to approve. Alderman Shower, seconded by Alderman Stompanato. Call the roll.
Shower.
Aye.
Stompanato.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Legansky.
Aye.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Belzak.
Aye.
6 ayes and 1 absent.
Warrant's been approved. The monthly report, Mike?
Monthly report for the 9 months ended January 31st reflect general fund year-to-date revenue $15,760,535, expenses of $13,378,504, current balance $7,362,255. Water and water depreciation fund year-to-date revenue $5,392,539, expenses of $6,297,284, current balance $2,821,218. Motor fuel tax fund year-to-date revenue $794,114, expenses of $1,972,954, current balance $496,167. And capital improvement fund year-to-date revenue $635,127, expenses $756,686, current balance $18,899,895.
Thank you, Michael. Standing committee reports. Do any of the chairmen have reports they'd like to mention? Mary?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to take a moment to thank the members of the Citizen of the Year Committee, who I know our Citizen of the Year, John, already thanked them, but they do put a tremendous amount of time into reviewing the recommendations and the endorsements and making the selection and then planning the event, which once again is set for Friday, February 28th at Alpine Banquets. You can still sign up to attend this beautiful banquet. The deadline to buy tickets, which are $52, which include a full dinner, is on Thursday, February 21st. So this Thursday, 2 days from now, the cutoff is for buying a ticket. And there's still room. I encourage people to attend. As Mayor Marquez indicated, we're honoring John Galan and also several other key members of organizations, and it's always a very enjoyable and festive night in Darien. So remember, City Hall is where you can buy the tickets. No credit cards, cash or check for $52 per ticket. Cutoff is on Thursday, February 21st. And
It's the 20th.
Oh, February
20th.
20th. Okay, I'm sorry, it says the 21st on here. February
It's a
20th.
Friday.
you're right, my bad. Thursday, February 20th, not the 21st. And City Hall closes at 5 p.m., correct? So be sure to get into City Hall by Thursday, February 20th. And then I do have the Admin Finance, if that's okay. Okay, so Admin Finance Committee will meet on Monday, March 3rd, as typical, the first Monday of the month at 6 p.m. prior to City Council meeting upstairs in the conference room. But the Administrative Finance Committee of a whole, which is the entire City Council, will start to meet tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. to review the fiscal year 25-26 budget. The budget is currently available to be reviewed on the city website, but the entire council will meet and discuss the budget. It's usually a series of meetings. Tomorrow night, we will start with an overview of the general fund and revenue, and then we'll be talking about the tax abatement, about the Darien Business Alliance and community events budget, and then going into community development, streets, and capital. The following Wednesday, February 26th, we will meet again, starting at 6 p.m. in council chambers, where Police Chief Thomas's budget will be discussed, along with the balance of anything else left in the community development, streets, and capital, along with our special budgets of water, motor fuel tax, and special services. And then hopefully we will also get to city council and admin departments. It is my hope that we will complete these budget reviews in 2 sessions. If not, we will go into our Monday, March 3rd meeting and try to tie things up. If not, there is room in the schedule to do one the following week. But these budget sessions will be on televised, and the public is welcome to come and sit in the chambers and participate, well, to watch, I guess. So, thank you.
Mary.
You're welcome.
Tom?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Municipal Services Committee meeting for February 24th has been canceled and rescheduled for the following Monday, March the 3rd. It'll be at 6:15 in council chambers.
Thank you. Bill?
The police committee met this evening across the parking lot, and our next meeting will be March 17th, 2025.
Thank you. All right, that brings us to questions and comments, agenda related. It's an opportunity for the public to make comments or ask questions on any item on the council's agenda. If none, we go to old business. There being none, we go to the consent agenda. Item A, a resolution to approve the purchase of 5 Panasonic Toughbook computers from CDS Office Technology in the amount of $20,055 using federal equitable sharing funds. Item B, approval of an ordinance authorizing the sale or disposal of surplus property. Item C, consideration of a motion to approve the expenditure of $6,050 to conduct the City of Darien's 24th Annual Darien Dash, a 10K, 5K run, and 1 mile walk on May 18th, 2025. Item D, approval of an ordinance, updated model, building, and related codes. Do I have a motion to approve? Alderman Belzak, seconded by Alderman Shower, and the roll.
Belzak.
Aye.
Shower.
Aye.
Sullivan.
Aye.
Gustafson.
Aye.
Legansky.
Aye.
Stompanato.
Aye.
6 ayes and 1 absent.
The consent agenda has been approved. We moved to new business. There being no new business, we move to questions and comments of announcements of a general nature. Do anybody on the council have anything they'd like to add? Anybody in our audience? Just state your name, please.
Yeah, Steve Shanks, Darien resident. Quick question, since I know that the Darien Business Alliance has their Darien Dash coming up, and a couple months ago, Mr. Mayor, you sent out a notice stating that the Business Alliance would be setting up a advisory group for the Darien Business Alliance among local business leaders. Has that group been established yet? I haven't seen any publication on that.
We currently have 5 individuals who are business leaders within our community who've been chosen. We actually had our first meeting I think it was about a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. We asked that committee to give us recommendations how to improve services to our business community, to give us some input in terms of how we can draw more of our business leaders into these meetings so we can work with them. And that turned out to be very, very successful. The exchange of ideas was very interesting, and we're really happy with the people we have. Right now, there's 5, but if we could add 6 or 7, add a few more people to that group.
Mayor, if I might. This is different, Steve, than the committees like the Plan Commission things. This is a working group of business people that primarily will work with April. So as an example, the Darien Dash comes up and they have to have a quick meeting about different things. So unlike other committees, it's really more of a working group, not a formal city committee.
Informal.
Sure. Is part of what they are perhaps going to accomplish some of what the defunct Economic and Development Committee was handling before?
Well, what we did, Steve, is we disbanded the Economic Development Committee, and we reconstituted the Planning and Zoning Committee, where it's now the Planning, Zoning, and Economic Development Commission. And we went from 9 to 7 members on that committee. So some of that economic development will come from that committee.
So the meetings of the Business Alliance Advisory Group are not subject to Open Meeting Act?
Right.
Correct. Is there a publication of the Darien business leaders who are part of this advisory committee that are advising city staff?
Is there a public, I'm sorry, Steve.
Well, there is a group of Darien business leaders that are advising April, giving, whether informal and such. You've already had meetings to discuss some of these events that the city is using taxpayer money to fund and pay for. Are these business leaders, is there a publishable list of who is
Yeah,
currently on the group?
we can give, I know the mayor sent out an email to the group and those, if you email, we can give you certainly those names. As the mayor mentioned, if it's 5 now, hopefully it'll be 8 soon and that will grow a bit. But certainly if you want to send me, again, your email, I will send you the names.
Yeah, I'll send you an email, but the other question. Since he was formerly a member of the Economic Development Committee, is Bob Taft part of that group?
Yes.
The
Yes.
advisors? Yes, currently. Okay.
Yes, he's one of the members of that group.
Now, and given that he is advising the city and in the past has had several issues come up with public comments that were quite crude and crass towards members of the city council previously, and other public comments in social media, is there perhaps some thought that maybe it would be best if he was not working in some informal fashion to advise the city members?
Steve, we look at Bob Taft not from what he publishes on social media. We look at what he does for the community groups, the Women's Club, the Lions Club, the Rotary, the Darien Fine Arts Council, the previous Chamber of Commerce. Each one of them has had use of his facility for their meetings without having to pay any money for rental.
Yep.
To me, I think that's a sign of an outstanding individual. He's contributed financially to the success of Darien Fest. When the chamber ran it over in the parking lot, he didn't charge them for use of the parking lot. So I choose to look at him as an individual who makes contributions, outstanding contributions to our community. And I have no problem with him being on that council.
I understand that. I understand all the good that he has in part done for the committee as a board member of the Darien Fine Arts Council. I'm very well aware of how much he has helped our group in the past, and our Fine Arts Council has sent via message to you, we're pulling our show, even though we have a very difficult time finding space to put on performances and provide, displays of inclusivity and diversity and working within the city to promote the fine arts. I think what is going on at Q-Bar right now is perhaps not emblematic of that effort of the Fine Arts Council, and that's why we've pulled our show. That we were, as you said, he was offering free space, and that was greatly appreciated, but cannot kind of sit idly by and with our mission statement allow something like this to go without a response. I just think it's perhaps more that the city could do. I understand freedom of speech and not being able to step in on the toes of a certain business leader who does a lot for the community, but I think perhaps there should be more said by Bob Taft that given how much he has been crass and vulgar to community members, to city council members in the past.
I'm very much aware that the Darien Fine Arts Council has pulled out of working with Q-Bar for their productions, and I hope that they find another location. You know, 5-6 years ago, Nancy had nowhere to go, and she had an opportunity, I think, at one of the schools. District 66 opened up one of their gyms or something for her.
Yeah, that was our show last November. I directed and acted in that show as well.
But I think that, as Mr. Taft said, he didn't book this individual. He's got a booking company that books these acts throughout the year for the entire year. And he has a contract with this individual, and he's going to honor that contract. And as much as I don't agree with the views that are expressed by this individual who is going to perform, as Bob says, he's not going to express his political views. He's going to get up there with his acoustic guitar. He's going to sing. He's going to play songs, and we'll leave it at that. And again, the city is not promoting the event. And as Mr. Taft said, people have a choice. They could either go and listen to this gentleman, or they could stay home and not listen to this gentleman. And I think, you know, we'll honor that.
Okay. Yeah, I will send an email, and hopefully perhaps the city can post that publicly as well in some regard too. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? If none, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn. Alderman Schauer, seconded by Alderman Stompanato. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, Mr. Glenn.